welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, so you know what that means. We have a new video. Today we're going to talk about how I built my brand So Fashionable from scratch. I feel like this is the first time that I'm going to be going into detail about how I built So Fashionable, so I'm really excited to tell y'all because I gotta share this story with everybody. Building anything from scratch, you should be proud of. You should be proud of how you built anything. I don't care if you built a cake from scratch, be proud of it. Because it takes a lot of guts to not do the box version of cake and to decide to build your own cake from scratch. And So Fashionable is my cake, it's my baby, it's my everything. So I'm super excited to talk about how I built So Fashionable. And we're gonna go through the years, because it's been some years, honey. It's been some years since we first started. Back in 2015, So Fashionable was literally a blog. I just wanted a platform where I could be myself, because in high school I just felt like people didn't know who I was. And I feel like this, especially at a time when Instagram first started and everyone just started having their own perceptions of me, and I needed a platform and an outlet really where I can just like be my true self. And that's what So Fashionable was for me. It was a blog where I shared things that I liked the most, which is clothes, and where I was wearing it to. And I was just telling my truth, y'all, experiences and how I felt about it. Like this post literally is talking about saying goodbye to friends, and I write how a friend that I had was dating my ex-boyfriend and how I didn't want to be friends with her even though she looked at my face all the time. But it was an outlet for me to say how I felt. And then people at my high school would be like, who's she talking about? Worry about yourself. And that was the beginning of So Fashionable. Honestly, I didn't know where it could go. I just really at that moment needed something to just be myself. I really needed to figure out a way how to express who I was and my feelings, and that was the platform for me. And the name So Fashionable came from my friend Donovan. I was like, I need a name for this blog. I need a name for this vlog. I need a name for this blog. I need a name for this blog. And he was like, what about like So Fashionable? And I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but like something different. Like I feel like it's not different. It's not different. And then he was like, okay, let's change some of the letters around. And we literally changed the V to A, and that's how So Fashionable became. Literally in the cafeteria. That was 2015, you guys. No. Yes, that was 2015, my senior year of high school. That was 2015. In 2015, I was a senior in high school. I went to Hampton, and I was like, I still want to continue blogging. So that's kind of how I started making a name for myself on campus, as the blogger girl who, you know, who's really chatty. I was a yapper, certified yapper on campus. I was talking to everyone, making friends. But I also had this platform, so I was interviewing the hottest people on campus, and I was still talking about my personal style, and it was really it was really cool. Honestly, I feel like it was really my baby that I brought to Hampton, and So Fashionable was flourishing. We did that for about 2 years, and then I started putting on events, y'all. I was like, I need to do the next thing. What's the next thing I can do? And the next step for me was styling events. So literally this is me at one of my first styling events. I had a style class where literally like 10 or 11 people came. Most of them were my friends. I love y'all to death. And I just talked about basic items and how to style them, everyday items and how to style them. And honestly, I was just putting on events because I thought as a stylist, I was a campus stylist, you know. I was styling people on campus and making a name for myself and So Fashionable. And I was like, what do we do? So we were putting on classes. I put on a brunch, you guys. I put on multiple classes, actually. Like, how cool is that? When I look back on it, I'm like, I was always a visionary. Okay, I was always a visionary. Your girl always saw the bigger picture. Didn't even know there was a bigger picture. So that is 2017. We're in 2017 at this point, and I am putting on events. I'm styling girls on campus under So Fashionable's name. And at the time, this is what our website looked like. It was very simple. It was shop, style, very simple, about us, because remember at this time So Fashionable wasn't selling anything. We were just I was just styling people really and hosting classes. So that was what I was known for around campus. And then 2018 came, and I said, all right, you guys, I want to do something with this. Like, I want to do something with So Fashionable. I don't know what, but I want to do something. And that's how So Fashionable, the brand, was born. 2018. This is one of my first ever shirts I have on. First ever shirts. I've been down. Okay, I'm wearing one of my first ever So Fashionable shirts. I have birthed this baby from the ground, literally. I still wear, like, where are my day ones at? Where are my day ones who had the first t-shirts from So Fashionable on campus? If you still have your So Fashionable shirt, I will give you $100. You have to send me a picture to my email, but if you still have an OG So Fashionable t-shirt when we were literally pressing them, I will give you $100. Who has one? Drop it in the comments, DM me the picture if you have one from Hampton University's campus, or I was shipping them out too, you guys. So if you have one from somewhere else, I'll give you $100 right now. Okay, so it's 2018, the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, and I'm selling t-shirts. Literally, I'm selling t-shirts on my college campus. They said things like So Fashionable. I really was into sayings, you know, I'm very into words, so I was selling t-shirts that had words on it, but I felt very like insecure about starting So Fashionable because I really didn't know what to do with it yet, right? But everyone was selling t-shirts, so I'm like, oh, I could do that. And I'm using my styling ways and I'm using my styling past to kind of elevate these looks. So they're not just like boring t-shirts, they're like t-shirt style. And they were selling, and I graduated from Hampton, and I'm like, okay, we're not selling t-shirts anymore. I don't want to sell t-shirts. I never wanted to be a t-shirt brand. What do we do next? What do I do next? So then that's when So Fashionable became a boutique. It was a boutique in 2020, end of 2019, 2020, and this is our website at the time. I hired models. We were shooting in DC. I ordered clothes from some wholesalers. Like, we were doing it. We were making money. It was cool. It was great. Y'all, having my own little inventory set up. And that's when I really started learning the ways of running a business in general and realizing that, like, you got to pick with people, like, not just what you like, because if you like it and they don't, it's not going to sell. Like, at one point I had inventory just sitting and I'm just like, I can't look at it anymore. No one prepares you for that. No one tells you about that. No one tells you about that. I'm looking at this inventory like, how are we going to sell this inventory? Who is So Fashionable? We are just a wholesale. We're just a boutique. And I never wanted to be a boutique. I have no shade to boutiques. I think that they're great for what they are. But I knew I wanted something bigger. So then it's like 2021, because 2020 we sold boutique clothes all year. 2021, I'm like, I don't know, I want to do something else. It took me a whole year to really figure out what that something else was, because I am a business girly. I love all things business. I love everything from running a business to being a CEO, but I love fashion. Like, I love clothes, I love styling. I do not have the gift of designing, though. God did not bless me with that gift. He blessed me with a lot of other gifts, but designing is not one of them. So I'm like, well, how can I use the fact that I love business and I love fashion and do it So Fashionable? Like, what can I do with that? I don't know. Then it literally came to me. I don't know. That's why I feel I know God is real, because I'm like, how did I even think of this? That's literally what I say to myself sometimes. Like, and I literally remember it, like, sitting on the couch, and it kind of just came to me. That's how I know. I was like, God, you sent that to me. You sent So Fashionable to me. This version of So Fashionable to me, definitely. And I said, I want to be a retailer. Now, once again, I didn't know how to really articulate what I wanted to do yet, and I really didn't know the steps to doing it. But I'm like, I want to be a retailer. I really want to sell other people's brands. I want to take the best of the best brands, the brands that I love, the designs I love, and I want to sell them on So Fashionable. Remember, So Fashionable, we've always been about occasions, right? Like I told you guys, in my blogging area, it was where I was going and what I was wearing. So I still wanted to stay true to that. I feel like that's the foundation of who we are, of like the when and where to wear clothing. But I wanted to be a retailer, because I'm like, that's very bossy of me, right? Like, I can run the business, I can have the clothes, and we can sell them by occasion. Like, oh my goodness. So this was our website, and y'all, these were our first occasions. This was our first occasions. Once again, I had no idea. And I always think of that quote, is the brave always take the road that's less traveled. Because I felt like that's what I did with So Fashionable. Took the road less traveled. I don't know anybody that does anything in the capacity that I do it with So Fashionable, and just building to become a retailer. And it is very hard, okay? I don't know if y'all look at my Instagram and think this is easy. It is very hard. It's very hard to do, especially when you don't have a fashion background. You're coming from the ground up and building something that is very unique in its own way, because you have the big retailers, but there's not a lot of mid-level small retailers, or if they are, they're very boutique based. So to position yourself as a retailer, it's very difficult. But I'm so proud of So Fashionable and how much we've grown. If you look at what we have now, okay, look at this, especially for our holiday season. Like, our website has transformed. It's actually a shopping platform now. You can shop by brand. You can shop by the occasions of your life. And this started back in 2015 as a blog, and it has evolved year by year by year. I don't know what it's going to look like in 2025, but I'm so excited. Like, I'm so proud of So Fashionable, and I'm sure that I'm missing some. I mean, I low-key should write a book on how I started So Fashionable, because there is so many more details to the story. But what I will say to y'all is that it's been a journey. It's literally been a journey, and I'm so proud of So Fashionable, y'all. I have a team of 6 people. It was me for years. The first person I hired was Rihanna, and that was in 2023. That was the first. Now, a year later, I have a team of 6 people. God, you make no mistakes, okay? This is for anybody that has a dream, anybody that wants to do anything in this world that is out of the norm, do it. I did not know, like, I started as a blog, you guys. A blog, that was it. I just wanted to vent about my life in high school and talk about my outfits, because I was known for being the girl who was styling. To run a retail company, anything is possible. I'm literally a testament. One thing I say, I feel like this should be like my motto for my life, is God is using my journey to show that all things are possible. Because literally, a blog to a retail. So Fashionable was a blog, and now we are retail. That's God. I don't know. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I've stayed on this journey for so long. I don't know how I've come so far, but I do know that it's God, and a lot of willpower and a lot of staying on my path. I'm so proud of So Fashionable, but we're just scratching the surface. Like, we're literally just scratching the surface. And I hope watching this video, you are inspired. I hope watching this video, you're going to come along for our journey, because we're just getting started. I'm telling y'all, we ain't even scratched the surface yet, baby. We ain't even scratched the surface yet. This is just the beginning. And I want you to come along with us. I want you to be a part, because I want you to do it too. I want you to build a company from scratch. I want you to build that cake from scratch. I want you to build your life from scratch. In the words of Beyonce, I respect anything from the ground up because it's work. It's hard. So join us. And that's how I started So Fashionable. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've learned something about So Fashionable. So go shop our latest occasions. www.SoFashionable with the V instead of an A.com. It's right here for y'all to see. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for walking with me and coming on my journey. Every Monday we're here. So yeah, remember, shop So Fashionable, shop by occasions. Autumn is